Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. This is the teaching which is given by Rishi to the students. Swadhyaya means study of the self. Swa means self, study of the self. Swadhyaya involves Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa, because that is about the study of the self, Atma. But it also involves study of Anatma, because we are confusing Atma with Anatma. Body and mind is Anatma. So being aware of our body-mind complex, being sakshi to what's happening within the body and mind, understanding what's happening within the body and mind, becoming aware of our behavior, becoming aware of unconsciousness, unconscious aspect of our personality, it's all part of Swadhyaya. The two parts of Swadhyaya, one is Atmadana, who am I? Tattvamasi. Second part of Swadhyaya is who I am not, becoming aware of who I am not. 5% of us are conscious and 95% is unconscious. Gradually, we have to become more and more aware of our unconscious behavior, come to the consciousness and become free from that. That's the meaning of tamasoma jyotirgamaya. From darkness, we have to come to light. Our aspect of our life has to come from unconscious to consciousness. So this is called Swadhyaya. Now, let me guide you through Swadhyaya, step number 1. Step number 1 is keep a Swadhyaya diary. A diary for self-awareness. Take the diary, write the date. Every day, try to maintain a diary. Don't have to write too many things. First, write about fire, F-I-R-E. Fire means our emotional disturbance, frequency, intensity, and recovery rate of our emotional disturbance. So if I am getting agitated 10 times a day, frequency is 10. Intensity is I get so agitated that I'll disturb all the people. Intensity is some 10, like that. Recovery rate, I'll recover within 10 days, within 1 week. That means I'll come back to normalcy after a week, after 1 hour. That's a recovery rate. So fire is the first parameter we have to measure. A spiritual evolution means your fire will start coming down. Frequency, intensity, and recovery rate also, recovery time also start coming down. That's how you evaluate fire. On a scale of 0 to 10, give a value to fire. Frequency, intensity, and recovery rate. So all the three, you give different values and take average. Frequency, you give out of rate of 1 to 10, give some value. Intensity, you give a rate of 1 to 10. Recovery rate, you give 1 to 10. Okay. Then take the average. That becomes your number for fire today. So we have to evaluate our spiritual progress by evaluating fire ourselves. Please understand spiritual evolution. Nobody can understand. Nobody can evaluate others. It's a self-evaluation because it's an inner journey. So we cannot compare, oh, this person is more spiritual evolved, that person is more spiritual evolved. You can't compare. That can be done by an evolved or enlightened being. But otherwise, do not try to compare anybody with anybody. You have the only ability to evaluate your own fire. Try to do as objectively your fire. So now the first exercise for you. You started spiritual journey maybe 10 years or 15 years back. At that time, how much was fire? Whatever you remember. And today, what is your fire? A rating from 1 to 10. How to do? F, frequency, you give a number. Intensity, frequency of occurrences. Intensity, you give a number. And recovery rate, you give a number. Take the average of 3, it becomes your fire index. For example, 10 years back, frequencies, I used to get agitated every day, 5 times a day. Today, I'm getting agitated once in a day. So you give a number, whatever average number. Intensity, I was getting so agitated, Intensity is high when my agitation affects others. Intensity is less when it affects only me. Okay, I cry. Crying is nothing wrong in that. Crying is a way of letting go emotions. That's also fine. Don't, just because I cry, don't have to say intensity is high. Okay, recovery rate. Okay, I used to take 10 days for recovering. Now I'll get recovery in half an hour. So like that, you have to give an index, give a fair value. So the step number, exercise number 1 for Swadhyaya is evaluate your fire. Is it clear? Pause. How do you measure frequency? Frequency of happening. Okay, earlier I used to get angry or agitated every 3 days. Now I'm getting angry once in a while, once in a week. So the frequency is low. You have to give a number for that. Intensity is when I get angry. Earlier I used to go and shout at people, disturb other people also. So intensity is high. No, I don't disturb anybody, but nobody comes to know. I just go and damage my cooking vessels. So intensity is little less. I damage myself. I get hurt. Okay. I start crying. Emotionally disturbed. Intensity is slightly less. Crying is not a problem. Okay. Then recovery rate is, earlier I used to recover in 1 week. Now I'm able to recover in 3 days, 1 hour, half an hour. Like that, you have to give 3 numbers and a scale of 1 to 10. Then take the average of these 3. That becomes your fire index today. So we have to compare our fire index 10 years back, what I was now, to today, what I am. That's my spiritual evolution. Is it clear? Do it fast. So according to you, you have given a rating of frequency, intensity, and recovery rate before you came to spiritual path. 10, 10, 10. Very intense freak. So that means the average was 10 years back. Now, frequency, intensity, recovery rate. Frequency you say 4, intensity 4, recovery rate is 3. 4, 4, 3, 4 plus 4 plus 3, 11 divided by 3, average. So something like 3.8 is your fire index today. So now, from 10 years back to 3.3 now, a significant improvement. Okay. Now, this is not a linear improvement. It's logarithmic. Linear means 10 has become 9, 9 has become 8, not like that. 10 to become 3, a quantum jump is required. It's not simple, linear. It's like a linearity curve is like this. A curve. 10 years. Now, 10 years, from 10 to come to 3, a lot of jumps have happened. It's not a step, it's not linear, it's not step by step. There are many jumps have happened. It's, I would say, many jumps have made it to 3. It's not just incremental. So from 10 to 3.8, a very significant spiritual progress has happened. That's your score today. 10 years back to 3.8. Have you come to 0? No. 0 is a sthira prajna, an enlightened being. From 3.8 to 0, how to go is what you have to be aware. Spiritual journey is not like a traveling in a road. Step by step, I go one step, one step, one step, one step. Spiritual journey involves many, many spiritual insights. Each insight can open up something in us. That insight will create a jump. Spiritual insight, I would not say linear progression. It involves some jumps, changes, some insight strikes. Oh, this is the insight. For example, one understanding that whatever has to happen will happen. That understanding itself can create a jump in us. Another thing is all is well. This understanding sinks in, some jumps, some emotional shift happens. So spiritual journey happens in jumps, small or big. It is not like one step. Practice is every step. Practice is step by step every day. But jumps in spiritual shifts happen. Either small shift or larger shift happens based on our insight which we get in our spiritual journey. So don't expect spiritual journey. 10 years I spent, year 1, 10%, year 2, 10%. So 10 years I have to complete 100%. It's not like that. Every step, something in us block will release. That block release will give a jump in our journey. So if you plot year after year, it will be like a staircase, steps, or it will be logarithmic, like curve. It will not be linear, a line. Okay? It is not that one day you will make a jump. Each insight opens up something. It will take some time to settle down. Okay, it will take some time to settle down and integrate in our life. So a spiritual journey is more like a staircase. Jump, or rather emotional disturbance coming down is like a staircase, fire coming down. There's a jump, then there's a stability. Again, there's a jump, there's a stability. Like that, we can see. It can be a staircase. If you plot together, put all them together, it can be like a curve. Logarithmic curve or something. So do not expect, oh, this year I made 10% progress, next year I make 10% progress, next year I make 10% progress. It's not like that. At some point of time, depending on insight, it can be significant progress also. Then after that, a long time stability can be there, integration can be there. So that's how fire index changes for us.